I don't know if I'm able to do it by myself because it's tall and it's big and I'm little and awkward. So I'm gonna see how far I can get on that before I have to like ask my husband to help me. But I also probably have borderline heat stroke at this point. I've been out in, I don't know, we're under a heat advisory. It's hot. It's hot. And now I'm a little frustrated at life right now. So I think I'm gonna take a 5-minute break. I'm gonna go drink some water inside in the AC for a minute and evaluate my life choices. Hey guys, welcome to 3 Mississippi. Sid here. Man, I got a problem. One of my girls is eating my eggs and I cannot pinpoint who it is, but I have a solution because we cannot abide by this egg eating. Let's go see what's up. Hi kids, did I startle you? I'm sorry. Look at this. Look at this, guys. Now I collected eggs this morning, but look at that. Somebody has been eating eggs. That's not okay. I collect eggs every morning, and see what this does is it brings in the ants when they break the eggs like this. And it makes a mess on the top of the other eggs. Well, I don't know which bird is doing it, is the problem. And those nesting boxes, I found a deal on them when we first built the coop and we're moving the birds in there. And they're not the best. And they're kind of falling apart. And every time I take them out and clean them, it's like, this might be the last time. They might be falling apart. But I think I have a solution for that. And also, my ducks and the rooster that's in there with them, they're ready to get out of the brooder. But I can't put them in with these girls. You see how big, how wide this poultry netting is? I mean, compared to, you know, my hand or the egg or whatever, the runner ducks can just run right through this. Even though it's electrified, they scoot through so fast. It doesn't work. I got something I'm gonna build. Well, I'm gonna put together, I'm gonna assemble that hopefully will work for what I need it to do for me in the meantime. Because I think at some point, Mike and I discussed building like 2 separate fences because we basically alternate them between 2 runs. And then that way it won't be such a big pain to move the electric netting and they'll just have permanent fence there. But in the meantime, it's always good to have an extra housing area when I need to separate due to illness, when I need to separate because of mating or anything else. So let's get this thing put together and see what happens. In the back of the Polaris here, I have 2 things that are gonna help solve some of these problems for me. The egg eater thing, guys, if you've ever had chickens and you've had one that became an egg eater, it's really hard to break them of that habit. Yes, you can try putting wooden eggs in, but I have too many girls that are continuously trying to go broody that I'm combating right now. So really the solve is going to be some really nice nesting boxes for them. They're going to roll out the eggs when they lay them to the front. So they won't have the option to peck at them. They'll just go away and they won't be able to go broody randomly on me, which sometimes I'll admit I do kind of like it when you get a surprise little batch of birds, but you know what, this is a bigger issue, them eating eggs. So I can always incubate them, or I can always, you know, set up a situation that they can get broody in. These nesting boxes are going to be great for that. So I'm going to set those up first, but the other one is the coop, which I'm hoping I can do by myself. That's going to be the duck run, and also random couple other chickens that keep getting out of the electric fence run. But I don't know if I'm able to do it by myself because it's tall and it's big and I'm little and awkward. So I'm gonna see how far I can get on that before I have to like ask my husband to help me. But we'll see. I got the ladder out here somewhere. It's over there. I was using it to cut elderberries earlier. So I'm gonna see how well I do with this on my own and see how far we get. But Garvey was nice enough to send these to me for me to try out and hopefully solve some of these problems. So let's get it put together, man. Let's do it.
Trouble, stay away from my door. Trouble, stay away from my door. Trouble, come back, don't come around no more. from my door. Never stay away from my home. Never stay away from my home. Never go on back and leave my soul alone. Never stay away from my home. Keep me free from your spell. Satan, keep me free from your spell. Satan, go on back unto the gates of hell. Satan, keep me free from your spell.
So when these are all sloped at an angle, so when they lay eggs in the nesting boxes, it's just gonna roll down here to the bottom, and then you can just collect them. And if you are like me and have one that is eating eggs, this will keep them from doing that. So I'm excited to get it in the coop and see how things look in the morning. All right, you can see those cows back there right now, drinking at the water trough. They've been back there for 2 days now on different strips. So, nice. All right, forgive me guys. My camera lens keeps fogging over, so we're gonna try this again. If it's foggy, I'm sorry. This is my old one, which I may put in the little duck thing I'm about to build. But here they are in all their glory. Let's see. And this is nice because they just roll to the front. And I found a bunch of kind of broken ones when I took the old one out. There's some. So there we go. Girls had it in their coop the first night. And I'm excited too, because totally unrelated, I've got a new pooper scooper coming that's supposed to work on the sand better, specifically designed for chicken coops. Not just a long-handled kitty scoop that I have now. So it's supposed to leave it even cleaner. Because this is right after I've cleaned it. So, but there it is. All right, let's build the coop. Okay, I took a little break. I went inside, had some water, sat in the AC for a minute, and I moved this back into the shade because the shade has migrated since I started working a few hours ago. We're gonna see how far I get on this today. I may finish the rest of it tomorrow morning. Before it gets too hot. I really want to get those ducks moved and those chickens that have like gotten out of the electric fence corralled in there too. So I'm hoping I can do that.
In the dark, on a road with all familiar feelings, I know I hear a song, but it ain't so clear. falls hard, and there's a weight I've carried so far. But will we fly or will I fall here? You are the answer, you are that real love. I throw my hands up, I throw my hands up. I give it all to you, I give it all to you, God. I give it all to you, 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 God. I give it all to you, I give it all to you. Give it all to you. Every hope, every plan, every dream that I've ever had, every prize and treasure I've found. Yeah. Every light, every smile, every tear of joy that I've cried, without you it means nothing at all. Give it all to you, give it all to you, God. I give it all to you, 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 God. I give it all to you, I give it all to you. You are the answer, you are that real love. I throw my hands up. Yeah. You are the answer, you are that real love. I throw my hands up. Give it all to you.
There they are. Got the one rooster that was in there, and my runner ducks moved out here, and I put fillet of fish in here too, and she's just chilling. I couldn't get my 4 rogue hens in here this morning, so I need some help to like corral them and like catch them with the rooster stick, because they're like feral. So they're just random. These are the rogue girls that get out every single day. They're just, they just wreak havoc. They don't really hurt the garden. There's a little drainage water thing there that they're doing right now. But man. Good morning. I had gotten one of those automatic feeders for these guys out here, but they were eating too much and they were not eating their pasture. So I took their feeder away, and now I'm just putting their scoops of feed into the grass. You can see I've done this area already. So now every day I just put it in a different area. I'm excited that I finally am done with the brooder. I've got everybody moved out of the brooder now. The ducks and that random rooster that I ended up with are out here. And I've got fillet of fish out here as well. For those of you that don't know about fillet of fish, I'll give you the quick story. Fillet of fish is a meat chicken. She was out in the front yard in the chicken tractor. She kept getting out, and she decided to hang out on the front porch, and she kept getting closer and closer to me, and then she started laying next to me, and then she would get in my lap and fall asleep and wanted pets. So I named her Fillet of Fish because we can't eat her because she would taste funny. Anyway, so Mike gave her a reprieve and said I could keep her in here with the ducks. So they've kind of been keeping to themselves a little bit, but that's the nature of runner ducks. They're a little skittish. But this is a good transition. And I don't know if I'm going to leave this here. I may. It's not super easy to move, but like it's a 2-person move just because it's bulky, but it's not heavy. And you can stake it in the ground. The ground's a little hard here, like really hard. Even with a mallet, I can't stake it in. So I think I'm actually going to move it to where there's some grass over here by the other birds in the coop area, somewhere over here, and kind of put them over there, because eventually I hope to be able to merge these flocks when we change the way we're doing our fencing around the poultry. But that's going to be a ways down the road. So that way too, they'll also be closer to the livestock guardian dogs, and hopefully will help to keep predators away. You know, we've made this as predator proof as we can, you know, but it is definitely not Fort Knox. It's good for a holding pen. It's good for kind of a temporary status, I would say. I would not use this as like my only coop or my only means to like pen an animal up. But you could very easily, like if I needed to separate a lamb, or if I need to put a goat somewhere, or, you know, if somebody's sick and I need to move them, or if I'm trying to do some breeding and I want specific birds together, I can put them in here. So I like having those options. You know, and I'm not going to lie, guys, and I will preface this with saying, I'm not the best at building stuff or putting things together. I struggled with the coop and with the nesting boxes a bit. I actually, as you guys saw, had to call in Frankie and Mike for reinforcements because it literally took me all day. I actually canceled our live that we had scheduled because I was so frustrated and hot and tired and over it. I did pick, of course, a day we were under a heat advisory to try to work outside all day and do this. You know, I do better with like verbal instructions, I guess, or like written instructions, and this was all pictures. And so sometimes trying to decipher which way something is turned in a picture, I would get it wrong, and then I would have to like backtrack and undo what I did. And so I did get a little frustrated, I'm not gonna lie. And I'll be real, I don't know how much of that is just my ineptitude when it comes to these kinds of things. And I have put together a lot of stuff over the years, but I have found that I need some word description in the instructions a little bit, and it was very limited. So it was really going off the pictures. But nothing against the coop or the nesting boxes. I think they are going to work really great for what I need them for. You know, I won't have eggs getting squished in the back of the nesting boxes. I won't have to worry about whoever my egg eater is anymore, because everything's separate. And I swear something just bit me. I'm so unfazed by it now. I'm just like, something bit me. It's kind of hurting. I don't know. Maybe I should investigate further. And of course I don't see anything. I don't know. No one knows. Anyway, so I am excited to have this done. I do have it under this big oak tree right here right now. So I actually did not put the canopy cover over it yet, mainly because it's in the shade right now. And until I figure out where I want to move it, I'm not sure where I want to put the canopy portion yet, if that makes sense, like how I'm going to situate it. And I don't want to have to take it off and move it. So because it can go on that end panel, but I think I can also put it, you know, if I want it on this side or that side, if I want it over by the door, which I probably wouldn't want it by the door, but I may want it in the middle. Like, I don't know. So I need to see kind of where it's going to end up before I do that. As you can see, there's a lot of sand right in this area. This is where the previous owner had like an above ground pool, so they had laid sand out here. But for now, this is just where I have them, just because I had to get them out of that brooder. I gotta gut that brooder. It's been a long season of having birds in there, and it's gotta get gutted. So Mike actually said he was gonna help me with it because there's some disassembly of the dividers that has to happen. And also it's really hard to shovel that out because we did a narrow doorway, which if I could go back and make a suggestion to myself when we started building that, I would say make a regular size doorway or make a double door or something to be able to shovel it out, because that part's hard with having such small space to move, and then the really thin door makes it tricky. I am excited about having the ducks finally out here, letting them get some sunshine and some stuff. Look, she's just chilling. She's so cute. Little filet. But I'm glad the ducks are out here now. I think they're going to be thriving. They do have, for those of you that are going to give me a hard time, this is a deep, it doesn't look like it, but it's actually a pretty deep water, and they can wash their sinuses in it. I have not put another pool in here or anything yet. I probably will put, maybe not a full-on pool, but a little like water basin. I just haven't done that yet. But like I said, this is deep enough for them to be able to clean their sinuses like they need to do. So I'm not super worried about that at the moment. But guys, if you like either the rollaway nesting boxes that are stacked or this coop, I really am happy with how they came together. We had used one of these before when we first moved, and it was not as good a quality, I can tell you that. It was like a chain link, and this is more of a true, I'm trying to get where you guys can see it. This is more of a true like chicken wire. Now I know predators can still get through this, but it is a little bit sturdier, and it's better than the chain link kind of coop kennel that we had when we first moved here to put the birds and things in. So I think this is going to work really well for my short-term needs for when I need to move birds places. I think that's going to be great. So check down below in the description. There is a discount code MISS10, MISS 10 for 10% off of your order. Follow those links and check out, they do have some different designs and variations of both the coop and the nesting boxes. If you think maybe I don't want the double-decker one, or whatever, they have different options there as well. So definitely go check that out. And I appreciate them sending them to me so that I can test them out. And so far, so good. I'm happy that I was able to get my birds out, and I'm happy that my eggs were all whole this morning. Nobody had been pecked or dug. The eggs were clean. Nothing got cracked. That's exciting. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys, while we did some random shuffling of animals and some building. Appreciate you. As always, remember, stay blessed and safety's off.